Vikings' electric quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Vikings and the Browns. All that and more coming up next.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners at 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson. Here's Jackson throwing to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McBride. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. Throwing to start the drive. Boom. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Booth. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football. Because
and all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, as we know, they have already clinched the NFC North, a wild card game waiting for them to open the postseason, and they have earned the right to host it, Charles, in front of the home crowd.
And this is a division with a lot of history and legacy. And if you're a team to take the crown out of this group, you've already proven you're one of the names to watch in the NFC playoffs. I think they'll be an incredibly tough out in the postseason.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Booth. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So their forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Hardman on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now for Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made back at his own 49.
They're going to try and throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Boom. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. He's had a great season, plenty of touchdown passes, but that last throw, not one of his finer moments as it was returned for a touchdown on the pick 6. Now he starts again here, 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Boom. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. He took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away.
Just why they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for his wideout. Sets up 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up third down. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McBride. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Second down and 3. Jackson now. Goes right back to McBride. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
Vikings 7.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Booth. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, Booth. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to come into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
was one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown in 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Devin Singletary, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass.
The halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on him. He couldn't seal the deal. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it will be Vikings ball 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Booth. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Booth. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now they're in the hurry up. To throw on 3rd down. Booth. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a Vikings score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Coates. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Booth. His throw incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on 1st down. Booth. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 49 yards.
And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's complete to McBride.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On 1st and 10, Booth. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, Booth. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Booth. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down. Booth. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Browns are right back in this football game.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McBride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
On 3rd down, Gary. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll keep leading up. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll try and run the option. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. For this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing is Jackson. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Again, Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now it's Jackson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And they'll begin by running the option. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead,